Yours Ipswich job.
He knows.
Hello and welcome back to NH Just For A Podcast, episode 10. Hope you've been enjoying the rest of the podcast so far. It's a real buzz to be back. We're here in the Hub Music Studio at Dumbarton, and we do have a guest on this week. I'm sure he is already in shot, but we'll come to you first, Jordan. How you been?
I'm good, mate. How's yourself? All good?
Good, eh?
The weather's good, life's
Nice.
good, everything's going well, can't beat it.
Until this podcast, when it might stop going well.
No, this makes it go better.
Aye, true.
No, all good, mate. I know, it's been a good week. It's Wednesday today, I think the weather's been brilliant. It's a cracking day out the other day to be fair, so I can't beat it.
Good. Like to hear. Would you like to introduce our guest this week, as you know him better than me?
It's good. Paul Gaughan, what a guy, what a legend. How are you, Paul?
I'm alright, aye. Fucking don't
That's
talk
brilliant,
about
Paul. So she.
the first time I heard that one. I'm good, mate. I'm good. And thanks for having us.
No, thanks for coming on. You're first guest back.
Aye, so it's taking the Dale's answered the phone now.
I know, you're. Oh, there's got to be something. There's got to be something.
No, I'm looking forward to it, man. So it'll be good. And well, sitting with him always makes you nervous, doesn't it?
How did you two meet?
Officially?
Aye.
Through Lomond Radio about a year ago now.
Aye.
A year ago, maybe about.
No, about a year ago now. It was around about the April time. I'm still in here, aren't we? Aye. So I came into the Lomond through wee Sharon, and it just went through there, man. He was one of the ones, obviously listening to the sports show and stuff like that, and then I kind of latched on to him. He's not kind of shook his half, you know.
No, that's it. It was a weird one. Well, wasn't it weird? That happens, doesn't it? You come in on a Friday to see what it was like now, and I'm on a Friday, and then the next minute, I think you were there before I went live.
Aye.
So it was just a case of, hello, how you doing? It was like a 10-minute conversation. Because you weren't really talking to me in a sense, it was more like the directors or whatever. And then I went live, and then the next minute you were about to get involved, and then I think you gave us a wee message. I don't know,
Was that the one about meeting at the park?
Aye. Did they turn up?
Weird though.
Yeah, you gave us a wee message. Aye, and then I think it just kind of went fair. I mean, you were also doing your shows, and I so it kind of just went for there.
We're on that same immature level. Aye, is it they say grown, getting old?
Don't take yourself too
grown-ups.
serious as well. It's probably a good thing.
Aye, grown up's compulsory or something, but grown old's optional. Sort of kind of thing, something like
Aye,
that.
no, I
So
think
I'm 47, but like kind of the mental age of about 15, 16 year old.
Aye, so went for there, and then we'd like, obviously you'd done your shows, and then you meet up there on a Wednesday at the radio. You would go to like the weekends like Springfest, Summerfest, and then just kind of went there. You kind of just talking and voice noting, and then one thing leads to another, and before you know it, you're a year on, you're still talking and whatever.
Lomond's one of the places you get out as much out as you want.
Aye.
And his little time behind, and Jordan's heavily involved in it, and very quickly I ended up the same way. So you end up your day, ultimately you cross paths, don't you?
Aye, of course, that's what it's all about.
Aye.
Windy Fitted as well.
Oh right,
Your
well,
own company.
aye.
So promote your company.
Aye, new windows, aye. That's,
There you go.
that's
Give my phone.
N-U-W-I-N. Aye, but I did the window again, 30 here this year, which is 30 a long year by the way. So I always say to myself I retire at 55, that's 8 years away, and then I'm going, what do I want to do? I better get a plan.
I always said I want to retire at 35, so I've got 5 years, 6 years, 6 years even.
Aye, so then not so much windy fitting now. Anybody that sees this and kind of goes, know him, they know I hear the story about my soul knee. You're fed up, aren't you, after a year?
No.
But still waiting for a knee replacement type of thing, and it'll come. But in terms of being on the tools and stuff like that, since COVID, that kind of like a bit of stop to that. Pen and paper these days, miserable type. That's as far as I get. So, but aye, that's the lines in.
What, do you cover loads of areas?
Yeah, but West Central Scotland type of thing.
Aye.
So aye, wherever it takes us, to be honest with you. So whatever the price is,
That's it.
that's where you go.
Yeah,
That's
coin,
what we
man.
do, isn't it? You don't make money sitting in the house.
Well, that's it. It's the world's your lobster, innit?
That's it, yes. If you heard about Darley,
No, right, there's a guy, right, so there's a guy I used to work with, right, and when I was tiring, there's a guy I used to work with, and it was he'd be like, oh, do you hear that Sharika's new songs out there, that they call her Sharika? So I ended up saying it one day, I think it was on the radio and played Shakira, and I was like, Sharika, do you know what, you just kind of nearly say it, and then I ended up saying it on the radio, I think you picked it up.
aye.
So one thing led to another, he's like, I know a guy, this guy, right, so tell some of the stories about it, it's quite funny.
I don't want to say his name, but right.
Aye, no, it's fine.
But so aye,
His name's John, innit?
Aye. Do you know, we'll change his name a wee bit, right, will we?
Aye.
We spoke that's right, so we'll change it so they would identify, so we'll call him Darley Chugless, right? Suit who? But cracking guy, absolute salt of the earth man, but he used to get his sayings just rhyme and name the world's a lobster instead of the world's an oyster. And a lot of things like what is it? That's a different can of worms and that sort of stuff. And just hundreds and hundreds of things. And the one I said to you, messaged you last night, I came in flashbacks. No seen them for years, but obviously talking to Jordan and stuff like that, we always it's like still getting things you're talking about. So this guy plays a huge part in your day-to-day life, and he doesn't know, right? But every now and again you get flashbacks, and I got one last night and it was like 2 peas in a suitcase type thing. No, wasn't it? So just mad stories that kind of came through characters before that, characters I've worked with. And I'll be telling stories in years to come of Jordan at Lomond Radio.
I'm sure there'll be plenty.
See when you saying that guy just always get these like, things wrong, like being like presenters on the radio or like, / DJs. Do you know, I think one of the worst things in the world is when yourself or somebody else gets the lyrics to a song so badly that they just sing it with their heart.
That's probably me.
But it's so good, but because they just don't care. They're still getting it so wrong.
It's like, see when you go to a boozer and it's like karaoke and somebody gets something brilliant, you feel like booing them. Because when the guy gets up and he's fucking honking, man, you start to laugh, fucking outstanding, pal. So when somebody gets the word, and it's me, I do it all the time in the studio. I'm awful, see, when I go in and sit down, I kind of become a different person. It's like a party for one. And I forget that I've actually got a job to do. And then when the TikTok cameras and stuff like that, when you don't realise until people start sending you screenshots of shit that you've just done, you're going, fuck, do you know that? So, kind of things like that, and I do it all the time. I sing words running constantly. Claire's got a bit in her show, and I've been on it, I don't know, half a dozen times. She'll say to me, "You must be," she says, "you're thick as shit." And I'm like, that's fair enough, fair comment.
What is your karaoke song?
Me? I don't know what they see talk about singing it wrong. I love the song Happy Hour, but I know about the first 2 lines.
You do love that song. I remember you putting that on the van.
You're just having me singing it. Happy Hour by the House Martins.
Nah, it's not like, I do know.
I was going to say.
Sing it anyway.
So I like that. But see, my girlfriend, we always joke. I always say she listens to like the same 5 songs in the car all the time. But she says my music choice is honking. But it's quite funny because I remember, I'll get that song on, that's brilliant. She's like, that's terrible. And that was every song I was putting on, Jordan, get that off. And I was like, just looking for see what other radio DJs are in here, you know what I mean? So you just need a clamp for a wee bit. But so I love a bit, like I could go listen to something for the 60s and then listen to AC/DC, then the House Martins, and then, I don't know, like Alex Warren. You know what I mean? I like a bit of, even a wee bit of Ness and Dawn. I don't mind a wee bit of Ness and Dawn.
Well, that's talking about the same fucking things rang, man. My dad used to till before it was explained to him. And I said, "Yeah, I've gathered it." My dad would obviously a pastime that would bend your mind, but he thought that was called Messy Doormat.
Messy Doormat.
that was his thing. So I'm Neil Diamond. I like a bit Neil Diamond on there. I went through a wee spell. I remember years ago when me and Anne first moved in together, and it was back when the wee guy used to come in and work and sell the CDs and DVDs out the back. And I used to get them on a Friday night and go up the road and whatever else, and it was back when I was sophisticated. I used to like a bottle of red wine on a Friday night, and I used to fire on a bit of that, and I'm like, for fuck's sake. So I was sitting downstairs and I was listening to the old night, and that kind of got in my head. Sorry, but a crackling nosy, something like that would be my. But I'm fucking honking at singing. I don't mind saying I'm fucking like rotten.
I like to think I'm good, but I know I'm not. If that makes sense. I love what kind of just belting out like a wee song now and again, but also not in the public. No. I mean, talking about public, I was actually on the train Saturday. The guy sitting next to us started cutting his fingernails.
Do you know, how did you put it in the WhatsApp or something?
I messaged Cy Ferry about it.
That's what it was.
He put it out on Google, so I put a video on the WhatsApp.
Is that, did you get a video of it?
I've got a picture of the guy doing it,
well, we need to see it, obviously.
I think you were maybe one. Maybe about 6 or 7 folk messaged me going, "Was that you?" And I went, "Aye, is it true?" And I went, "I'll show you the photo."
Aye.
There we go.
No way, man.
I'll not show it the camera, because
what would you think about if he was biting them?
Why you're in?
Bite your own toenails?
Was that his toenails?
No, it was his fingers.
My mummy just meant something else.
Imagine it was, but no, but do you know what I mean? Like, so just like you're sitting, and there's a lot of people about who sits next to you, and that's not a bad thing. And next minute I'm like, no, surely no.
It's probably the snip noise that would make it worse. I was just sitting on the train hearing that.
There's people there, but it's not, so it's not exactly quiet, but it's no jumping. And then next one I'm like, no, you're having a laugh, man. You're having a laugh. Like, just start. No way.
She talked about that. I mean, going to get into the hypnosis thing, right? Maybe talk about it later, I don't know.
Of course.
But getting into the bearing in mind I hadn't been on a train for fucking years, right? Not you, like fucking
I'm every
4
day.
times a day, right? So I'm like, fucking yeah, I get up to tune type of thing. Fucking the game, like that time I'd have been 45, but 45, like 8-year-old, I'm fucking on the train. And I'm sitting there and sitting across this fucking train's empty. And this guy gets on and comes and sits right next to us. And I'm thinking, what's going on with him? Fucking pure space invader. Do you know what I mean? And I'm looking at the guy and he's fucking looking back at me and I'm thinking, fucking whole carriage, mate. He just came and sat right next to me. And I thought, he'll get off before this. So we were going to Queen State, but no, he didn't. In fact, he clambered over him. Now, bear in mind, I was fucking huge, right, at that point. And I'm thinking, fucking move. Not when they move. And I've clambered over him and Anne's kind of like, my missus isn't exactly, she's not polite, not publicly trained, and that's what she's in. She's lost her eye, man. But just that whole kind of thing, like, yeah, fucking weird, somebody's mind.
I know.
Do you know? So that's the thing about trains and stuff like that. Fair play, because depends on mood now, man. See, if I'm on a train, I'm very seldom on a bus, right? But if I do get a train into town, see that somebody come and sit next to you. If it's chockers,
fair enough.
But
I'm kind of used to it now, because even in the morning coming for Kilwinning, I get a train to Kilwinning to Dumbarton for my work. And
is that a busy train?
Aye, it's mobbed.
Right.
Don't you get a seat? It's no, it can be a wee bit stoning mobbed as the train goes up. But but once you get to like Glasgow, like you just see them the folk piling off trains, and also the fire now. I know it's a bit. But there's only like 2 exits.
Oh, so it is.
So even like the new, it's still quite huge back. But do you know it's no funny, right? But like see like one of the exits when you come at the high levels. So you could do like the kind of old, where the bin lorries would come up or whatever.
Aye.
Today, so it's like a wee bit spiral, so you go down that way. But like, it's the only way you can get out. So like this way, and then there's like 2 folk checking about 1 million folk tickets, and I'm like you're generally not looking at the
I had to
tickets.
get a train to the football the other week, and I patched it, which is probably a good thing going to see Celtic this season, but I just couldn't do it. See, because I'm so used to getting a bus or driving up, I can't get on a train.
Trains are, it's a different world, man. And I can't believe that how the world's changed, but it doesn't matter what train station you got in, you go down the stairs, it still smells like shit the way it did back in the 80s. It's still the same.
Still lingering smell, man.
It's still absolute.
I take my wee boy on the train sometimes, but I'm just me having a day out. Like Caitlin was at the football on Sunday, so I was on just to get in the train, went up and see my gran for a bit. But he just kind of like looks out the window, he's like pure, it's amazing. He'll go to sleep or whatever, and it's brilliant. And I'll just take him out and hold him, and he just looks out the window, he loves it. He's only 6 months.
I don't know, you see the clipping now and all, man. It's like fucking care machines and all sorts. And back in the day, it used to be a pocket of change. Do you know what I mean? The news now, they're fucking tooled up.
Well, that's it, they can't take cash getting into Glasgow Central because the ticket inspectors now have to walk out the station to get back in. So they're not allowed to collect cash now. So if you're getting a ticket, you need to go, if you're paying with cash, you need to wait till you're obviously up there or...
So you talk about that with Spiral Road?
Aye.
That, I remember being away in fucking probably in my teens, and that was the main way in and out.
Oh, was it?
And I mind when I read that the other week saying that it's not been on for years and years, and I'm like, how fucking old am I, man? Do you know what I mean? The way they're going on about it, like you can see architecture for a year ago, oh fucking... I used to get up there quite often, it's not that old,
well,
you know what I mean?
You have to go down that way, but see if you get off here, so see you get off platform 14, there's like 5 platforms, but you're going to platform 1, 2, 3 type thing. So you can kind of cut back on yourself, you're known, so I always go through that way and then just go down and go to the left. But it was literally me, it was like, I don't know, 6:30 in the morning, I get off the train, I just started, what was that? Just like one guy's like, keep to the left please, and I'm like, it's only me mate, you know what I mean? Like, relax man.
My job's off in it.
I know, like, keep to the left.
I've always wanted to walk the railway.
Like, relax man, it's just one of them things. Buses and all, actually, I get a bus, it was absolutely lashing down with rain. I get a bus from Dumbarton Asda at Old Bon Hill when my gran stays. So, for anybody who doesn't know, it's at 10 minutes, 10 minutes on a bus maybe. And the bus driver's like, mate, that's £5.90, I wouldn't pay that. I was like, well, not really a choice, am I? Like, what do you want me to do here? He's like, I was lashing him, he's like, I'd go and get a train ticket probably when you come. Mate, I'm here now, but
I know.
First buses are going after not watching this.
tick it up on Hills that. Mate, just got on. What?
I find fucking buses too intense, man.
Jink?
It's say like trains, like if you get a donut or you've got the choice to move.
Yeah,
you move
bus
in a
you
bus and
can.
you're still within glaring distance. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I know Kevin Bridges touched on it. I'm thinking when a bus just stare at the ground and don't talk, don't look, and that's it. And it doesn't matter. I mean, you could probably sit in the bus or sit, and you feel as if you're taking up the two seats. They're fucking no designed for human beings. I don't know. It's like you go in at I'm a big boy, but he's MD goes in and sits down in the bus. You're like fucking.
I'm never really on a bus, to be fair. I don't know why did I actually jumped into Asda. I was like, okay, the bus, I'll just jump on it, but it stops here for a couple of minutes. It's just the way, guys. I wouldn't try it.
And the same in all the way buses are laid out. See, it's quite sad. I've been in Turkey maybe the last 4 years and I've been upstairs in the fucking bus because of the stairs. I fucking no way, man.
Well, touch on that, obviously, you've lost, I don't want to get it wrong, 21
stone 6,
21, so
Incredible, eh?
that's a lot. That's
I'm no dying, I don't think. It's been an option to do.
so how long did it take you to lose that weight?
September 2024 I started.
Right.
I had to.
So what's that, nearly coming up to a year?
A year and a half, so I was dire straits. I was just touching 40 stone. And I was barely functioning type of thing. I was hardly leaving the house, and I was making every excuse under the sun. But obviously my knee and that, but you imagine carrying all that weight then. And then I started blanking the doctors and I wasn't going to them, wasn't nothing. And then this wee woman, Shirley Law, everybody knows her now, but she phoned us.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're also just talking about food and Just Eat Juice messaging me with 15% off.
I will get it. I'm a different guy now, John. I'll share it. But so she phoned us and I'm like fucking you whistling on and chased her away. I just went into total destruction mode. But I didn't see, I was the last man to see it. I mean, I knew it was fucking big, right? I was an 9XL and a t-shirt and that sort of stuff.
Right. Wow,
that's it's like fucking a Mark F, it's fucking next to a Marquee.
How would you get clays in? Like, being that big, like, would you have to...
That's fluorescent.
I'll watch it back.
A Mark F, a Marquee.
Just pretending you get it.
No, I get it.
So, but to be honest with you, I remember way back. I mean, fucking sound ancient, right? But I remember I couldn't find clays that would fit me in the type of Glasgow, whatever. And the only option was to start ordering online for America.
Right.
And then I remember thinking, I wonder if I'm the only fucker that does this. Am I allowed to swear by it? I've been doing it anyway. So I was like, I wonder if I'm the only one that actually has to do this. And then I get in here and I'm like, better the fattest guy in Glasgow. Fuck it. Do you know, it didn't matter. And then I remember seeing like, you could buy like 4XL and I'm like, yeah, fucking saved. No, better go on a diet or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? And then more fat people started coming into the UK. And then obviously they started having to cater for us fat blokes. And then you started seeing guys like, I don't know if I like to, like Neville Southall or XL and go like, started advertising for bigger boys and whatever else, and not saying it became fashionable, it wasn't, it became acceptable, and then kind of clays companies decided I fucking could jump on this. And honestly it was like, I was like one of the pioneers of fucking fat boys, trying to find clobber, and I remember still racing up through the size and nothing in my head registered to say, what about losing weight? It just kept going, and you know, nobody around about me ever kind of like sat me doing this. Isn't a criticism of anybody, right? But it showed the support I had because people were putting up with it. Everybody, you know, like my old boss to a certain extent, he was doing it, and then Kevin, that I tell me earlier on there, my best mate who passed away, I still to this day maintain that he gave me a joke because he knew the way I was heading, that I wouldn't have been able to store in a factory and store and make windies and stuff like that. So he gave me a job and brought me in and ended up making us partners in his business and all that kind of thing, because again, just looking out for us. And he's still with us today, he's no ways anymore, but he's left us in a position that he's still looking after us, you know. So but ended up an 9XL, and this wee woman Shirley Law told it to Paul. That was the last one, really. I'm like, right, offended him, I laughed now. And at that point I wasn't giving a shit whether I loved or no, and I almost nearly didn't due to myself in 2021. So she came and chapped the door, and I didn't know what she looked like. I almost spoke to her on the phone, and I remember dragging my fat ass to the door, and I opened it, and she just fucking stormed straight by me. She's like, "You kettle on?" I'm like, "Fuck you." she's like, she's Shirley Long here to save your life. And I went, fucking right, aye. And that was it, she ripped me apart.
Did she?
Oh, she
Do you think that's what you maybe needed, but aye.
All day long. So, if you're a fat bloke and you're sitting out there, man, you need somebody to rip you a new one.
So what sort of stuff did you say?
Fucking everything, basically. Like, in my head, it was alright. I didn't care if I went to sleep and didn't wake up. That was alright because it was my thoughts. But see her telling me that was unacceptable. That I had a wife, I had Wayne's, business partners, I had pals, all that sort of stuff. That was all stuff that I kind of took for granted. Like, and what? They're there. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. But for her to turn around and point out to me, and it was instant. I didn't even go to sleep and think about it. It was instant that she was telling me, and I was breaking my heart. I mean, fucking, she absolutely reduced me to tears, and I'm thinking, fucking, she's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. But I don't know, would that work for everybody? Do you know, some people may react to it, some people don't. And I've never been that person that I'll put an error on you, and you know, I've always reacted. See if I met an answer something, see if somebody just fucking shoots straight through me, it'll get home. Whereas if it's a bit tippy-tappy around about the edges, I'm like, I don't like these people.
Because some people could take that wrong way and be like, I'm not getting told what to do off for somebody else, and then it'll make them worse.
Aye, I mean, she clearly worked us out the fact that I had told every doctor to bolt fucking wherever you go, and they all went, you know what, I'm too busy, I'll move on to the next one. She's never met this type of thing, and to this day, I says to my wife, I'm like, did you ever speak to her without me knowing her? And she went, fucking never heard of her. You know, and so, and she's still, I mean, we're working through a bit of a rough thing a new job, and it was all about, obviously, about getting surgery, getting fucking lost in the weight, and they says to us, my diabetic control was fucking ridiculous. I mean, they couldn't even read my quarterly blood, was it called HB1C or whatever. It's supposed to be under 41, and that means you're no diabetic. 41 to 44 you're diabetic. Enter that, enter 44, they medicate you and that kind of thing. Mine was 146, but that was
man.
That was and then they couldn't read it after that. It was after scale. And for probably about fucking 5 or 6 years, mine was after scale. Every now and again it would dip under 146. And basically that's because I was just eating shit. I'd probably eating about 20,000 calories a day, easily.
So see with the eating, right, were you actually enjoying it, or do you think you were eating to like hide something?
100%. I was on a road to destruction, and I knew the more that I would eat and then go and bath, and you hear people saying like eating disorders, like, you know, people that want to be skinny. I wasn't. I was eating and bathing knowing that I still had all that calories, I'd all the fat built up, and if I ate more and ate more and ate more, I would because I didn't want to be here. And that was my way, rather than doing it, you know, we call it conventional way without being disrespectful. My wife was doing it that way, and in my head I had worked it out, saying, well, do you know what, fucking just one of these things, man, that was his path, that's the way he was going to end it. But then I used to think forward and go, fuck man, I need to be able to get my coffin. You know, I'll be like a fucking flat, I'm not a coffin, do you know what I mean? I've got a single end, my fucking room and kitchen, and I'm like, and honestly in my head I'm like, I can't tell you, man, I'll probably get to the fucking crematorium and they'll need to bring everybody and go like, that's fucking him in there, we can't get him out of the motor. And things like that would go through my head. And
that must be I know America's got that, but that must be a thing that, you know what I mean?
I tell you what, right, see the fucking, when I was at my heaviest, I remember one day picking up the Clydebank Post, and it was like a main feature that says in it, Clydebank crematorium to close because they were making the cremation bit, what they call cremators, they were making it bigger because people were getting bigger. And in my head I'm going like, yeah, I can get bummed locally. I knew I was getting built out. I knew I was getting fucking fired wherever, man. I was maybe going to America to get bumped and sent back. And I remember reading that going like, fucking yes, man. Putting time, you know, I felt the phone them up saying thanks very much. And so fucking just mad shit like that. It was mad. I was going to the Fitbar. Just, that was never an option. And I remember like going to see the Bankies was easy because it didn't have a turnstile. They had a fucking gate, you drove a truck through. And I'm like, that's cool, I'm getting in there.
You know.
And I remember I went to, was it Stan Petrov's benefit match at Celtic Park? Went with Kevin and that sort of stuff, and again it was fucking huge, and I remember thinking, oh, fucking turnstiles, man, I'm not getting in there. I remember getting in turnstiles when I was human, do you know what I mean? And I'm like, it's not going to happen, oh fucking going to have to ask everybody to open the gate and all that, and obviously my knee was scuffed. And I'm like, fucking straight away, man, pure devious behaviour. Well, I'm like, mate, I can't get through the turnstile with my leg, and I was like, I don't that air now. And the boy opened the door, and the guy went, what are you doing? And the steward went like, boy's too fat to get through the turnstile. Started pricking. But it was true, it's true, man. And then again, and I went to say to Kev, he's like, try to go to that gate, and I says, aye, and he's like, where do you want to sit? And I'm like, fuck, I want to sit, I do the front. It's like, well, no really, God. It was like, cause it's like, you need to go downstairs and then you need to go back up. It's like, so whenever I try to work out where you actually commute to where
see that's mad to think.
Fucking planning was ridiculous.
So you can't
walk in and you think that way.
So that's it. You can't exactly just go to a football. You've got to plan where you sit, how you get in,
John,
on the train, parking, everything.
People watching this, by the way, and I hope it kind of fucking resonates with anybody that is struggling with weight. And if you need a wake up call, see when you can't go to events like family weddings and all that sort of stuff because you know it's like Claybank Town Hall. If you're diabetic, anybody knows that when you're diabetic, you push the race off, right? It's every 5 minutes, man, and it's like when you go, you're like, fucking hell, man, I could miss the whole night in here just on and pushing. The cubicles when you're that size, they're fucking literally, it's like getting packed inside a bottle roll holder and fucking, do you know what I mean? And you're beat, you're like, you know, and then at a booking because you need to have a dookie. Because you're not getting to move, do you know what I mean? So fucking everything, mate, everything. I mean, Anne having to put my socks on, that sort of stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's like, couldn't bend down to put my socks on, I cut my breathing off, I fucking faint.
It's even like you're sitting downstairs, it's even going to your bed, like stuff like that, would you get exhausted?
Aye, I mean, it's like, I used to come in from work in the days that I was out or whatever, and I would say to Anne, well, I'm just going to grab a shower, and honestly, I mean, my missus is just, I don't lie, she's like an angel, right? I love her to bits, man, and that sounds a bit creepy, doesn't it? That's funny.
Go to get it in.
Aye, I mean, no, she's a fantastic woman, man, and I was like 18 or whatever, and I was just ready to turn 17, so 30 years, whatever, we've been together, and how the fuck she put up with it? I do not know, man.
I know, Jake, she must have been scunnered as well, same as you.
See the stress, mate, because I was wanting to go, if you like, and she, for conversation we've had, she clearly she didn't want to, because in the years, in a couple of years I've lost the weight, and as much as we've not exactly toured the world, but life's come back to me so quickly, do you know what I mean? Like Lomond and all that kind of thing, fucking sitting here doing this in house cereal, you know, kind of like, the idea that I would hope to find a good podcast on the telly to sit and watch, and probably sit and spank a multi-pack of crisps, and thanks to you two, I'm not out of crisps. but sitting doing this, as opposed to sitting watching it within my life, do you know, like the radio, that was a dream of mine for like 30 years, I always wanted to do radio, but there's fucking no way in the world I was going into a radio station, fucking huge, and walking in, because in my head radio was all pure hip heart and trendy dudes, fucking pure snobs and stuff like that. Snobbery does exist, but Lomond's none of that.
That's just different, isn't it?
None of that, do you know what I mean? I could have went into Lomond at 40 stone.
You probably could have.
Nobody would have batted an eyelid, do you know what I mean? So don't get me wrong, don't fucking say like Twiggy and now. Do you know what I mean?
But
I'm still only about 4.5 stone that I want to lose.
So you still want to lose a bit more?
Aye, definitely. I wanted. Well, do you know? I remember when I started losing the weight, I thought, trying to do a stone, and even that was fucking mad. And then I weighed myself after the first week, and I had lost 18 pounds.
Right.
And I'm like,
so what is that? Is that?
It's a stone.
Right.
So a stone's 14 pounds. So I'm like, fucking hell, man, that's brilliant, and a stone away already. And I thought, well, nobody loses a stone every week, do you know what I mean? I thought, it's not going to be like 4 months. I'm done, I'm done. Do you know what I mean? So I thought, we'll just keep going. And then it was like, the following week, I lost a stone. So like, within a month, I had lost 3 stone. And a lot of it, when you do start dieting, when you're fucking size arm, do you know what I mean? It's like freebies, man, you're getting weight away, like fucking nobody's business. So it was 4.5 me. And then I started the hypnosis, and it was Kirsty, my business partner, Kevin's wife. She had done hypnosis 20 years ago for smoking, and it worked. Now, hypnosis it'll work for some people, and it'll know you really need to want to make a change. And at that point, the weight started coming off, and I went, I want to do this. Fucking, it was a total mindset change for me. It was like exciting, whereas the idea of losing weight was like fucking peace, man, do you know what I mean? Whereas now I had this thing where I'm like, I can fucking do this. Started hypnosis, and it just started 4.5, and then of course Shirley Law says, do you want to start on Manjaro? And I'd thought about on this.
Of course, that got to be in, right?
So she's like, do you want to start on that? And I went, fucking ease it, man, hit me with it. So, and people were like, I don't fucking take it, no, that's an injection, you don't know what's what. I'm like, fucking, I did die 6 months ago. Do you know what I mean? So I'm fucking, I'm going to take that and try. So, and
that's became massive now, but I know loads of people started dating.
Started on that, mate, and honestly, I didn't have one side effect. It was outstanding, and then that started bringing the blood sugars down, which was part of the deal with getting the surgery. It says to me, if you get your diabetic control into range, that will help us with the surgery, and if you can lose weight, obviously that will help, and I say that's fine. So basically I fucking bloated, I smashed it right out of the park, for probably up to about fucking 3-4 weeks ago. I kind of hit the wall, and I'm like, oh fucking that's it, and I'm struggling now. But it's one of them ones, I just persevere and get through it and go again type thing, because you can't just keep fucking going, you know, so it's like anything. So, and I went on the 4th of February, and the surgeon turned around and says this, he's like, you've lost the weight, your BMI, still a wee bit high, he says, but I said, what are you talking about a wee bit high? He said, we would want it at 35, you're 35 fucking 0.6 or whatever. I said, well, when you doing the surgery, 6 weeks or 8 weeks? And he went, no, we're not doing it. I went, how no? And he went, you're too young. I said, I'm fucking 2 year older, I says, when all this started. I says, so how can I not do it? And he went, nah, he says, the board or whatever made a decision. He says, they've says, no, you've lost the weight. And I said, just keep continuing. He said, we need to try and get to you 50. So that's another 3 year out.
What the fuck, man?
That's shocking for them, innit? That is poor.
So I says to him, I was like, and I was quite open with him, and again, everybody listening, I think, well, you're fucking pure ignorant, mate. But food's an addiction, and see that doesn't get recognised these days, and it's not really good fucking solve. But it's the only addiction that you need to have, because drugs, alcohol, as much as they're addictions, and they're horrendous, and I've got so much fucking more empathy now towards anybody with any sort of addiction that I maybe didn't have as much for before because I was ignorant to it. But you don't need them to live, you need food, you've got to eat, you know what I mean? So that's where, and for me there was definitely, I didn't enjoy it. I did enjoy a bit of chocolate fucking right. Have you seen I go to the 10th one? I didn't, you know, it was like, I was bolting. I remember sitting actually fucking bolting and still fucking eating. That's not right, but there's no help. Well, there's Glasgow weight management, but you go and you sit in a big circle and talk about how much you love grub, and then they show you pictures of fucking grub and videos.
Teasing you,
do you know what I mean? You're in an AA meeting or something like that, and they're showing you videos, but as you walk into that, and it's like people sitting in restaurants and all that, and they're showing you portions, you're like, what are you doing?
You're 5-star meal in front of you.
You're like, showing you what you do, you're like, I come in here fucking, wasn't hungry, I'm fucking starving. I'm nearly wanting your fucking telly. Do you know what I mean? So,
I remember you saying about one of the meetings you went to, and the woman was like I don't know, 12 stone or 11 stone. And she was telling you how to lose weight and all that, and it turns out she'd never ever been fat.
That's what I said to her. She was giving me a really hard time about it, and I said to her, what weight did you start at? She went, what do you mean? I said, well, where's your expertise? She's like, I've been at university. I was like, fucking have you? She went, oh, good for you. I said, see where you're getting your degree? I said, fucking eating and eating and eating and eating. She's like, I learned how to tell people no to do it. And I went, well, it's not fucking mum. She went, what? I said, look at the size of people in Glasgow. I said, they're only getting bigger. I said, so does that mean you're failing at your job? And she turned and she went, like, if you lose weight, I get paid. If you don't, I get paid. And I thought,
that's a shocking attitude. That's
and then
shocking.
this guy, right, we called me nicknamed the squirrel, right? Because he kept coming to these fucking meetings and he had a backpack on, and I kept thinking, what's in the backpack, right? And the boy, it wasn't fucking matter, right? But not a boy, he was like a decent boy, but just one of them quite eccentric dudes, right? And I thought, what's in the backpack? And it wasn't here about fucking 4 months down the line, the backpack was full of fucking nuts. And that's all he ate, because somebody says to him, try and introduce nuts into your diet because they're healthier. I did fuck.
Yeah.
That's nuts, isn't it?
Fuck it. They're obviously they're fucking really high in fat, and this boy took it to heart and he ate nuts, but every time he was coming to get weighed, he was like fucking 8 pound heavier. Do you know what I mean? You know, and he opened the bag one day, he's like, I've got these ones, and I've got these ones, and it was fucking every fucking nut on the planet. And the woman's like to him, what are you doing? She's like, oh, such and such to me introduce nuts, and she went, aye, look, maybe with your cereal, look, maybe put some nuts. He went, right, I've just been living off of nuts. Fucking every fucking shit through a straw. So, like, it's a shit service, man.
See, I remember on a plane ages ago, going to Saloon, it was me, a couple of my pals, and there's a nut allergy on the plane. Anybody that's having nuts, but you can't open the nuts, or somebody with a nut allergy, any nuts have got to be disposed of. There'll be no nuts sent on the plane, right? And this guy stood up in front of us, right, and he's like, well, you better get me off the plane, because I'm nuts. I thought it was quite funny.
My pals,
it was 6 in the morning, but nobody enjoyed it, but I loved it, to be fair.
One of my pals' girlfriends has a nut allergy, but she doesn't tell the airlines because she's like, I don't want to be that guy.
That guy?
But you don't want to be that person. So I'm just actually, you'd rather put your life at risk than have an announcement put out.
Do you know, I know a lassie from last year, and we done Mondays for her, and she says to us that they just, well, a particular airline that gets Jess Grant song, just play that announcement. Just fucking for the sake of it. It's pure safety, do you know what I mean? It's like, fuck it, play it, and that's it. There's no actually MD on the flight, where there might well be, but they fire that out as a pure blanket fucking safety thing.
I know a guy that worked for a company, and they done like it was like a catering company, and they basically done like, pack lunches for a certain football team. So, and he supported the other side. But they would make us pack lunches for the youth players when they went, or they would do it. And there's one with a pure severe nut allergy, and he's always like, I'm going to end up putting nuts in him. And they were pure being serious about it. I don't think he'll say never ever done it, but I remember always hyping him like,
Fucking hell.
can't do that, man. You know what I mean?
Do you know what you talking about fucking you can buy it away thing, man? One of the fucking biggest embarrassments ever was I hadn't been abroad for years, right? My sister stays in America and used to go and see her quite often to go fucking too big and it was uncomfortable fucking kind of flying that long. So I think it was 3 years ago, or 4 years ago this year, we went to Turkey for the first time, family holiday and that sort of thing. And then Missy's like, I'm going to get you assistance because you'll never make it through the airport. And I went, oh, you fucking dancer. And I went to the wee guy, mind that, come fly with me.
What's his name?
The wee guy with the beard and all that.
What's his
That's
name?
Matt Lucas, but
Nav or something?
aye, but he's like going my fucking pussy
What's
wagon
his
and all
name?
sort of thing. So
What's his name?
I can't mind, but I'm hinting at that anyway, right? I'm like, yes man, fucking me hurl through the airport and that sort of stuff. No, I get part in a fucking wheelchair from Russia in fucking 1983, man. Why I seen this thing? And this dude tried to push his man, and fucking, honestly, the sweat was pushing at the boy. And I actually looked at him, I should have, and he was like fucking horizontal. And his fucking legs were way back there, and he's fucking scary. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, man, it's already.
You're like that,
So then they got his way through, and all, I'm going, oh, happy days. And then they fucking separated us for Anne and the Rains, and I'm like, we gone, mate? He's like, oh, we're going to get you onto the plane. And I'm like, that way there? And he's like, no, I'm doing this way. See one of the ambulance things, the box that they bring you up with.
Aye.
Fucking that, man. It's
And there's like people obviously seen that and that's in your head.
Aye,
Oh,
well, but I remember, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm like, body eating the man, I'm like, can't do nothing about it.
Aye.
I'm like, it's alright, so we're sitting there. So they were, I didn't know they were on the plane at this point, but we're sitting in the front again, so it was easy for me to get to the toilet, because at that point I was still like a squeeze getting through the aisle.
Right.
So fucking, but I've come up, I swear to fuck, I came up in this ambulance thing like that, and all I could see was Anne's face through the window, and I came up like a fucking prize in a game show, man. Swear to God, just sitting there like that, staring at him, and I was like,
I'm going to Google that boy's name quickly because that's the name I done now.
aye, but that's what it was like, man.
So see the hypnosis stuff, like did you kind of take from with that then?
See, my idea of hypnosis, right, I think for me for Glasgow was like pure pills. Like, if I could run about eating an onion, I think you're a dog. But when I went to see I phoned 4 hypnotherapists. 2 never get back to us, 2 did.
That's him there, isn't it? The guy
Aye.
with the high. What's his name?
The guy that phoned us back was an absolute roaster. His first words on the phone with, he's like to me, how you doing? He says, you've spent fucking 30 years or whatever ruining your life, I'm going to fix it. I'm like, alright dickhead, I phoned him. And then Joanne, she phoned us back and she sounds like Lulu. She's not got a pure hypnotic voice.
Yeah.
She's quite a kind of husky voice. And I spoke to her on the phone and she's like, no, I think
Taj. Sorry, Taj.
And that was my favourite takeaway, man.
Taj.
Oh,
Taj.
see your fucking old dull wins.
Well, that's what I was saying before we come here about the I went through a wee notion for single hamburgers. Or hamburgers at the chippy. But aye, sorry, no.
Aye, so no, I talked about hamburgers. So she's like, come and see. So we made it, we set a date and it was the 16th of February 2024. And it was a Saturday and we get a train into town and Burnham, I couldn't go for here that long. It was awful, so I was using the crutches all the time and stuff like that. It took me about 40 minutes to get to low level Queen Street up, and basically you come out of Queen Street and you go to the right hand side. I can't remember the name of the pub, but her wee office is just above it. It took me 40 minutes to walk that, so it was torture. And I went in and we were in for about 2 hours and we were just talking my way through it, like what would I want to it and all that sort of thing. And I left after the 2 hours and I went, fucking never done any hypnotherapy, man. I was just spending like in the back of a chair and all that, and like, pendulum and fucking nothing. So because in the Saturday night and we're sitting and I was like, right, you got ready for dinner? I was like, oh, chicken curry, blah blah blah. I used to get like fucking soup, curry, fucking banana fritters, all sorts. It was like a fucking buffet I got, man. So Anne's went through the motions, ordered it all came. And one of the things she says to me in hypnotherapy, she says, that's the size of your stomach. She says, you'll not get anything else in your stomach, that's the volume. And I remember going, aye, she's talking me through it and all that sort of thing. She went and take that thumb, that finger and thumb, she says, on the one you don't write with. She said, before you eat, she said, I need you to put that together. And we spoke about like, a vision, a goal that I wanted. She went, that'll appear in front of you. She said, you want that more than you want the food. But I thought she was just talking me through as in, this is what we'll do. So I'm sitting, fucking good, talking into chicken curry, and I went, just put a fork in and fucking like, pure bowl. And I was like, is that chicken cooked alright? And I went, fucking, must be half or something. I said, pure boke there. So I put it down, and I fucking opened a can of iron brew, and that was one of his. I said, see, you can stop me drinking iron brew. So you fucking stop me doing anything. She went, what is at all? And I went into it, and I'm going iron brew in my mouth. I fucking baffed everywhere.
What the fuck, man?
Absolutely, I'm like, and you know, she hands like this. So maybe I'm not well. I went, aye, fucking, got into the old fucking limp mode, and I'm like, oh, I need upstairs. So upstairs, I'm lying down the bed, and I was like, bring that up, and I'll just try to eat it while I'm in my bed. And she brought it up again, I've put it in my mouth, fucking boked again. I'm like, I definitely not well. And then I get a message on Sunday morning after. And I had obviously said to her, oh, I'm going home tonight, I'm going to get a curry and blah blah blah. So I get a message after Joanne on the Sunday morning. She went, hi, how you going last night? Did you manage to have your dinner? I went, no, I tell you. She went, that's good. She says, I'll see you next Saturday. And I thought, fucking no way, man. And then she sent me through audios. So I'd go to bed at night, stick earbuds in, and there's different audios. And it's all about kind of like food kind of noise, like there's a dashboard type thing. So it's like kind of turn the volumes up and doing that. So that was the audios when you're going to your bed and you're listening to that. And I just fucking bought right in. And much the same way I bought into the Lomond.
You just kind of become focused on it.
And it's all it says to me, you need to replace one addiction with another addiction. So my addiction became Lomond. And it was an easy one because it was radio, something I wanted to do, so it wasn't as if I had to try and adapt or whatever. I had to try and fucking know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing, but I love it. And so that was the way of doing that. So I started doing it like every fortnight. So it was like blocks I ate, and people say, well, it must be costing you a fortune. Disney. I was £100 a week just in iron brew.
I was going to say at the end of this, I would have lost our number one customer. Well, they'll be fucking raging.
Honestly, I would like to see the stats. I used to drive down to see you come out of World of Golf and they've got the two petrol stations. I used to go into the one that was the Jet petrol station.
Exactly.
And they used to do the 2 litre bottles of iron brew, but it was 4 like taped together.
Aye.
And I used to go in there, and I didn't even go to the van. The boys just knew, like, fat tip in now. And they used to keep it with 2 of them, so it was like 8 2 litre bottles, and just stick them in the fifth wheel with the passenger seat, and a multi-pack of crisps and a load of chocolate or whatever, and I was just fucking giving them 30 quid, and that was every day. I mind even once I gave the boy my bank card to go to fucking home the wall, because I couldn't go to the van. So he's went and lifted the money. So he's like, I can't go and tap your card. So we took the money out of the machine, went in and piped it, and that was every morning I done that.
I seen somebody before that, my mental health was always quite bad, like bad anxiety and stuff and overthinking stuff, and I went and seen somebody, and I remember getting in there, sat on a couch like that, and he sat over there, and I remember him talking, and a wee bit of music in the background, and I just remember like him saying 3 words, and I think I woke up like 20 minutes later, and see Jenny for the next however long, it kind of wore off because I stopped actually doing it, but my brain couldn't actually overthink. It was mental because it was mad.
That was a big thing for me, like mental health. I'm quite open about mine. I'm still body fragile, man, in terms of, you know, because you don't end up 40 stone and not have some sort of mental health issue. That's the thing that fucking burst my balls with the whole thing, because it's just like, and some doctors, some GPs, and they'll say to you, we've never really specialised in it. There's no. My daughter Lou is ready to qualify as a nurse, and she says the same thing. She's like, it's the one thing that you go through that nobody touches on. So the GPs used to say, I'm like, fucking, I understand your mental health, but you need to try and help yourself. Fuck to help yourself, do you know, there was nothing, there's still nothing. So in terms of anxiety, I didn't know how to recognise anxiety if they know want to go it. But see, you can imagine, I'll put it this way now, like if, I don't know, say there's a fucking big event in Dumbarton Friday night and you're all ready to go and everything else like that, somebody turns around and says to you, Hulk, your man says, stick that fat suit on, put that on, and your clothes are just going to barely fit you, and before you go in fucking spray you with water like sweat pushing, and you walk in there now, you've got no chance. That's the life of a fat guy.
You've not really got that choice.
So the amount, but see the thing is, there's nobody to blame but me. I couldn't blame anybody else. I spent far too long blaming everybody. And the biggest thing was recognising that I was the problem. It was me that was fucking killing me, and I was the issue. And you need to do it as in like real. You can't do it as in like for sympathy, that kind of thing, because it's not going to work. You need to actually sit and go, I'm the fucking problem. And it was that woman Shirley Law that fucking blew the whole straight through the middle of me, that kind of blew that shield away. And again, maybe I was lucky in a way that I had everybody around about me that was understanding while all the way it was going on. And they were quite willing to put up with my shit behaviour. I mean, I can barely being a husband, barely being a dad. You know, I wasn't, I don't have age. I wasn't contributing to none. I wasn't going anywhere with the Waynes, I wasn't doing anything as a family. Pushed so many people away, it was unbelievable. My best mate, wee Donnie, I fucking actually made a whole thing up. He sent us a text, I mean, that was like your mates with football. He said when this one thing that I would have done well after, and he sent me through, and I'm like, that's my chance to push him away. And I remember fucking jumping on it and going like that, fucking, I'll bang it order, man, I fucking beat it. And
really?
Aye, and he's like that, and he called me dad, right, and I called him, he's like, what are you talking about, it's a joke? I was like, nah, no chance, mate, I'll fucking beat it, away you go. And I chased him for about 2 or 3 months, and that's when I nearly done the unthinkable, because I knew he'd been the one, he'd have spotted it. So I made sure I pushed him out of the picture, and it was just one day, I mind asking him, and he's like, he said, I wasn't sitting with me, just I knew it wasn't right, and he's like, I've called you fucking everything under the sun. He says, and that one stupid fucking message, like, it was a stupid funny thing about football, and it just, it didn't sit with me. Well, I say it didn't sit with me, I made sure it didn't sit with me.
Aye, so that was you,
and that was my chance, and again, he came to the door, and I was like, he's not what I talked, he's like, fuck, don't know what I talked to him. And I'm glad he did, because I mean, Donnie's as close now as we were, and I only went to Donnie's house fucking 30 years ago to show him how to put glass in a conservatory.
Right.
And we ended up best mates, so...
It must have cost a fortune as well, but see if you're saying you're getting, like, because even like now, right, like you go for a pizza or a Chinese or whatever, like, you do it as a lot, innit?
Yeah, Anne worked back shift, she worked in hospitals, and she went to back shift when the Waynes were born type of thing, because she's like, I refuse to rely on childcare, if you know that kind of, she says, so I'm not doing it. So I would come in at 4 o'clock, she'd go to 4:30, and she'd go to 11 o'clock. So she would always have dinner all prepared and whatever else like that, and kind of thing. And Dion she was kind of probably about 7 or 8. Logan was then born, and Ollie wasn't even born at that point, but that was when the weight really started kind of ramping up, because I would have dinner that she made, and then I'd go, fucking hungry, man. I want a wee kebab. Say to Wayne, she's like, you want chips? Fucking greedy wee mummies. So I sat around, smell. And so I would phone the kebab shop and get stuff delivered up. But I remember at that point we stayed like on a mid terrace, so like, the fucking bins were sat right outside, and so was the neighbours, and I remember getting out and putting my shit in their bin.
Is that so Anne wouldn't see you?
And Robert next door's fucking ball like that, man, I must be like that, you know what I mean? And I remember doing that, and then I remember going to Dot and Jerry's side at the other side, and I remember putting stuff in their bin. And again, see that bin alcohol in it, and I was like, pick a fucking hell, you're 6 weeks to dry out, do you know what I mean? But we grab it was funny, it was that type of thing. And then, but then I remember having fucking, that would be say 7 o'clock, so I'd have my dinner, then I'd have supper by 7 or 8 o'clock. The Waynes would then go down to sleep, and I'm like, fucking get lunches, into the kitchen, I'm like, I want toast, I want that, man. Phone a chat with him, can't phone an Indian because I've had one. Like, you another one? So I used to, by the way, I had a fucking strategy, and I used to make sure that I wouldn't phone, say, like Rajas or whatever, I wouldn't phone them, like, bang, 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 night after night. I would go in them. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
And the guy would be like, was that your wee weekly treat? I'm like, that's Tuesday again.
That's mad, but the things you do,
the planning that went in it was unbelievable.
Just to not get caught and for just to kind of keep yourself.
And for grub.
Exactly.
For grub.
For as you say, something you need. But
if it was a stereotypical gambling, drugs, whatever, people go like, God, aye, fucking. But see, you tell that story and people go like, for fucking food. Aye. So, and it's nuts, and it's not something that's ran through my family.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's we're not like fucking the ones you see on the like Dave. Do you know what I mean? It's like the £600 families, man, and they're all sitting like fucking Russian dolls.
What would you spend in a typical week then, Jink? If you're up on like a delivery every night?
Probably in takeaways, mate. I would.
Because it's not as if you're just phoning for a plate of chips, is it?
No, it's
so, you know what I mean? You're ordering a lot.
The munchie box was the go-to, man. So you have about fucking 14 quid a pop back then for a munchie box.
And then like a can of juice and then munchies.
Nah, mate, I used to spread my 8 litres. Spread that out a day. So probably, if you were to take an estimate, the juice aside was £100. We know that for a fact, man, right? We worked that out. But food wise, takeaways, no, what I would buy in a weekly shop was probably another couple of £100 at least a week. So I would have more than paid their monthly bills, like mortgage, council tax, everything else like that, what I ate. And by the way, that's what I ate for 4 o'clock in the evening till I went to fucking sleep.
I still
know
got
what
a
I mean?
breakfast and
That's
whatever else.
mental.
So it was fucking nuts, mate. And how I didn't die, how I didn't have a heart attack is unbelievable. And I see now, that's like, see, like when I go for checkups and all that sort of stuff, they'll say to me, you're fucking, your heart's bang on, your lungs are, and that's what they say, like, see people a day manage to lose the weight, see their lung capacity, it's fucking mad, because they're used to carrying all that weight, so they're working so hard, their lungs are going like clappers, and then when all that weight comes off, the lungs are like that fucking tip-top condition, but just the rest of the body's fucked, do you know what I mean? But
If there's anybody maybe watching this, or somebody out there, what would your advice be? Like, right, you need to do something about it. Like, how
fucking try it. Just sit down first and foremost. Stop. If I stick you with just one short message, which is fucking you're the problem. You're the fucking problem.
and then the sooner you realise that, then
100%. And people will, if anybody sits and watches and go, aye, but such and be an excuse. Fuck up. You're the problem. Doesn't matter what X, Y, and Z is. It's you.
Aye, you
It
need
starts
to
and stops with you.
Aye.
Because,
that's true.
and this is the thing. On the flip side, it now is I lose the weight and people say, no, like 21 stone. They'll go, that's amazing. I don't give anybody else a fucking credit. I take credit because I've done it. So if I didn't do it, I need to take blame. Do you know what I mean? So
You're flying now, but that's 21 stone.
21 stone and going. And the next thing is to get the knee done. And I keep saying that, and I fucking met people saying, fuck, can't you get a fucking knee done and shut up. But that's the only thing that is kind of on his back.
Mario's wanting to do a walk in, aren't he?
Aye, fuck, I know.
I don't think that's I think he's trying to keep that in house, I know, I just said that.
No, he's fucking restored the world, man. So when I get a knee done, Mario says this, we're part of when he walked in Dumbarton big.
Aye, you'll be fine.
It's I know he's talking about, but it's like fucking, we'll nick round and we'll stop at Lomond halfway and get a coffee and then finish off. I'm like, yeah, fucking
Relax yourself.
aye, let him how you going. Aye, so but Mario's talk about Mario, I mean that's, again, you talk about people that you can meet along the way. If somebody says to me that I'd be day-to-day pals with some mad fucking French Canadian guy.
Mario's the Dumbarton owner. Nobody knows who Dumbarton Mario is.
On the note of Dumbarton, Gaffer's just signed a 2-year deal.
Couple days, that's it.
Well deserved.
Aye, definitely, mate. Well, deal with football, you deal with current form, so he's current form, but you can't argue. So,
aye, he's brilliant.
but aye, how me and Mario ended up like day to day guys that message each other back and forward, it's fucking utterly bizarre.
It just shows you what then it is.
He's hands down, and I'm not saying this as a camera, hands down he's fucking one of the nicest guys I've ever met in my life. Nuts. Fucking nuts. And I don't think he's fucking totally oblivious of the time difference because he thinks it's alright at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning.
I don't know.
He'll send you a voice note, and he'll send me a voice note and I'm fucking singing. Here's a song for your show, and I'm like, fucking excellent, man, the fuck is 3 in the morning. And don't get me wrong, I don't need to listen to the voice note at 3 in the morning about a day because I've got that hang on my head going, man, just listen to Paul, be alright, you'll get back to sleep tomorrow. So aye, things like that, people at Lomond, do you know, like yourselves, sitting down there. It's fucking nuts, man.
See, you're on about. I remember Mario. I woke up. I'm always up early anyway, but I remember it was like 5 in the morning, and do you know what? I remember I just turned my phone out, but it went bright. I got a message and I looked, and it was like a voice note from Mario, but it was in the work chat. And I remember, and I was like, that's something. I've sorted that. Like, no, I mean, so it was. I'll not get the details, but I was like, I've done that. So I'm like, it's 5 in the morning. I can't really. So I've messaged back, like, no, I've done that. So it ended up a conversation, but then it must have woke somebody else up in the chat. So next minute, it was 5 in the morning every day that the Dumbarton died the season.
Fucking cheers.
We're all talking about things, and I'm like, I can remember thinking, I just started.
Oh, your sleep schedule's mental. Like, just you never sleep, I feel.
Aye.
Not well, since I've had here, I always feel as if I go to my bed quite early, like Kate will tell you that, but
What's that time you woke up at like 3 in the morning and you went a walk to Ballybarton and round Ballybarton?
I woke up at 3 in the morning, tossing and turning. I was like, I can't go to do and watch a telly. I was like, okay. End up going a walk. It was at 3 in the morning, but you end up bumping into folk that are steaming and all that. Oh, you're coming home? No, mate, it's a Tuesday.
The best thing you can do, you wake up at 3 in the morning, don't just toss and turn, just keep tossing, don't turn. You'll get back to sleep. But my sleep's fucking, I've never ever been a good sleeper. I can go to sleep at 1 in the morning and get up at 4, and that's me.
I've started sleeping with a fan on for noise.
For noise?
White noise.
Aye, for like noise.
White noise, man.
I hate sleeping when it's roasting. I hate that.
I've had to sleep with a fan on for years, just for the sake of fucking so the bed didn't fucking melt away. I honestly used to go to bed, the fucking windows would be on, the fan would be on, absolutely fucking, it would be going full pelt. I'd turn round, man, and fucking, she's dressed like a fucking Russian athlete, man. She's got fucking hat and all that one, fucking lying in the bed, absolutely bolted, and I'm like, fucking mum, right?
We need to talk about a couple of the prankies we've done. So we can't get into details because we've got people and they don't know it's me and you all or whatever.
Right. Fucking know me, you.
Michael's involved in it and all. Loves it, so we're not going to deep. We can't do it.
Do you do this on the radio?
No,
just love to, but
no, we love to, but some of them are brilliant. So. Remember we phoned STV radio, didn't we? Like, we're on our way back, but I was talking to I'm not to the voice, but I was talking to Norma. Norma's away to Tenerife and he got, right, no news. I was going, right, no
it's the way you hear them, but it's...
I'm not getting it justice here, I know that.
No, but you can't get it, because if I said to us, go, fuck him,
is that him?
So, but it's the way you get off the tangent. It's like you phone up for something, but then it's like Davies in Tenerife, and he didn't want to go to Tenerife in Bermudina.
So just talking to Joe, and he went to Bermudina and all that.
The one we go was a local eatery, just the other week there.
Oh, I know.
Well, after we done that,
you went in?
I took him in, and 100% nailed on who you go on the phone was fucking who I go behind the counter. And I swear to God, see the way he looked at me, it was almost as if he put two and two together and went, asshole man. Obviously he didn't know, but I think you know who it was.
He's kept talking with but
so
Phil went, trying to get through to Halfords, right? And but it was an automated service and stuff like but phone them up like, I just came in to get my indicator fixed, I've just noticed it's not working, it keeps, it's going on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. But we couldn't get through. It was a nightmare,
but where was the man? I know, the STV one, and it was the Mikey Gavin boy that was on.
And he ended up saying it out.
But he's like, I want to say hello to such and such and such and such, but what we didn't realise was his, fuck, get stuck in with. The seatbelt was pinging away, right? Because it wasn't his.
Oh,
mine was on, officer, right? But when he's read it out, he's obviously blah blah blah. He's like, make sure you get home safely.
Yes, right, safely.
So it's like a fucking pure dick, man.
You always done McDonald's, but when you say it.
Well, do you want me to tell it? This was fucking outstanding, by the way, man. This was like fucking Pep Guardiola of wind-ups, man. So, during the radiothon, and it was a Friday night, man, so tiredness wasn't even to blame, right? So, fucking midnight munchies, wasn't it?
We just
fancy coffees and all that sort of thing. So we jumps in the van, like all of his ways, and so we drove down, and Starbucks was obviously shut. But in the car park there was like one of these outside catering trucks for like filming. So I was like, Jordan, I'm like, this is it. And I've been doing a wee bit of that, right? So I'm trying to play the old fucking, that's such and such and that sort of thing. When Jordan's like, fucking get out. So we went out, and the guy's standing there, not a conversation with Andy for days, and and Jordan's like, what are you filming? And he's like, oh, it's a thing for the BBC. He's like, oh, is it? And it's like, it's Gaelic. And they went, fuck, it's not real anyway. And just shut the guy off. So he jumps in the van, so he gets back in. There's like, where we go to? He's like, we're down at McDonald's. It's like, fuck, so he goes down at McDonald's. So he goes through the drive-through, and the lassie was almost a bit lippy, wasn't she, at the window. Right? No, but the boy at the window.
No, it's the boy.
I was trying to get his name out and all that, and I'm like, well, I'm not for a fucking social, mate, man. I was like, just trying to make a conversation. So he's like, I ended up giving his name to Kevin or something, man.
Yeah, I can't mind.
So we went the next one day, wee bit of banter with that boy, and then we drove round, and it was pissing rain, and he's went, what mate was that motor? And I always went, it was a Nissan Qashqai.
It was a Nissan Qashqai or something.
So that's fine.
Fucking think I know what you've done.
So in that context, right, so the Nissan Qashqai are sitting waiting their food in the parking bay.
Aye, and then just in the wee number one bay.
I fucking know what you've done.
Devious mind feels fucking kicked in. We went out to Asda so he could get that bill, and he fucking picks up the phone, and he's like, he puts on the mad accent, and the lassie's like, how you doing? He says, how you doing? He said, I'm sitting in bay number one waiting for my food, and the lassie's going, nah, it's getting cooked. He's like, you want to fucking hurry up then? And the lassie's going, would you want it raw? And he's like, I just want it fucking quicker.
He's come back, she's given it back. She's like, well, do you want it fucking quicker?
She was genius, thank you, man. And he's like, she's like, just fucking move and get it brought out, like. But it's been going for about a good minute, man. And she's getting it thinking, he's fucking getting it back, and the whole time this fucker's sitting waiting for his grub. So we've went to Asda and we've come back, but the motor's away in it. We then started the conversation, but by that lassie just, the guy going, oh, you do? She's like, oh, fucking here. The whole lot right in the window. So we left there and went back, but something, what the fuck was that happened? Something happened the way back and all. We done another one. We tried to get something.
I think we tried that.
But the whole Friday night into the Saturday morning was a fucking absolute riot. An absolute riot. And then Jordan went and won an auction thing. He bid it for an auction to go and to go radio.
Oh, aye.
So he's like,
Oh, aye.
So he's like, who have you got on your phone if we could do a prank? And I've got a guy on my phone who I don't mind saying is an absolute fucking weapon, I couldn't be in, right? So he's one of the ones, man, see if you've died, he'll fucking die twice. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. If you've won £1 million in the lottery, he's won £10 million. So I was like, here's your man there, give him my phone. So he's phoned him, and this boy deals in there. Fuck, I'll just say it, why not? Just only say his name, but I don't care, fucking see it. And he's like, he says, he deals in Reggie plates and that sort of stuff, right? And then fucking, so he phones him up, and he's like, he does the funny voice he does. He's like, I want to buy Reggie plates. He's like, aye, what are you looking for? He's like, I've come into a bit of inheritance and all that. Fucking Norma died, and Davey White, Ben Medina, and fucking all that sort. He's going, yeah, doing all right, in for a sale. And he's going like that. He says, well, what's your budget? And he's like, 25 grand, 30 grand. And you hear him on the phone, you're a fucking dancer, man, right? And he sounds like an oddball doing this, right? So the biggies put two and two together and thought, yeah, I'm taking his Dresden, man. So it's on and on and on. And the whole time you're just passing time with it, going to go radio to do the football thing. And he's like, the guy on the phone says to him, what kind of motor you putting it on? And he's like, he's like, Punto, innit? So and you just hear the fucking voice, man, just going, alright. He's like, so he's went, so 25 grand for the Reggies? And he says, and he says, much you want for the back one? And his voice picked up again, so I said, oh yeah, fucking back the race, man, we have got a donor. So it was fucking, and that's the first time I actually seen you in action.
Aye, that was, we done an ex-Rangers player. We done an ex-Rangers player.
Same day.
That after that. So I kept on going on, and he's like, shut up, you prick.
He's like, I said, I've got such and such his number for the football. And he phoned him, and fair play him, but it was humouring you at first.
Aye, but then he also said,
fuck up, yeah. But he kept saying, I get a number, and then he just fucking lost it.
Aye, he can do a good few, man.
See it, right, I'll tell you, right, well, I've got
a fucking bum the phone for it.
I know. Trust me,
Fuck me. Me and Michael have got a football coach in a good level on posting now, right? So see once he finds out that it's a bam up and whatever, right, then I'll maybe do one on here or whatever.
I think you're going to get your boss told one day.
Aye, that's something.
We'll catch up to you. I don't know when we started, but you did want to talk about one thing, didn't you?
What was that?
Jimmy Billard, did you know?
Jimmy, did you see that thing in South Africa? I'm a Celebrity South Africa.
No.
And him and the boy Adam. I've not really watched it before, but I've seen bits of it. And the two of them were basically, Adam was getting him stinking. I'm not a real fan of Jimmy Billard, to be fair. I get he's quite popular, but I don't know, there's something about him. But so they were never scrapping.
On that South Africa.
You might even watch it on it. You seen it, Mark? You look at a guy watch. And I said it.
I'll be honest with you, man. Right, you see the old me, man. I was all over that sort of stuff because
I like the one in Australia, but South Africa one's not
fat fucks like to sit and watch the telly. But I've got this thing now. Do you know? See, like the hypnosis, it's like borderline between keeping you active and fucking getting you an ism.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, and then I forget I've got to go on my knee, so like I walk like a fucking buckle wheel, right? Because of my knee. So it's like fucking. You sit down, you're like, sit, chill, and then the timer starts in your head, and you feel it going down and down and down. You're like, I need to do something, and you fly out to sea, and then you could just be away anywhere. And then I still get the old signals. That's the fucking weird one. I could be sitting in the house talking about your hand, and I'll get up, and the signal's initially saying, go and get chocolate, fat boy, right? So I head to the kitchen, and I get into the kitchen. That's when the hypnosis kicks in, and rather than heading towards the cupboard, I go towards the fridge and I eat apples now. I'm like fucking Mr. Ed the horse, right? And I keep the apples in the fridge. I've got to get them stone cold. I can't eat them at the fruit bowl. And that's where the hypnosis kicks in. It kills the going for chocolate and sends me for apples. So I would have normally sat and watched I'm a Celebrity and fucking watched the Emmerdale. But now I've got this thing in my head like sitting watching the tellies. I know. That's how I can't watch football on the telly. I can't sit for fucking 90 minutes.
You're a Celtic fan?
Aye, well the Waynes are fucking mad Celtic fans. I grew up a Clydebank fan. My dad wouldn't allow us to go to Parkhead or Rivals. He's like, no chance, meet her right up. And then it's like older boys I was hanging about with the school, they were all mad Celtic fans in the event. So I went to the Celtic games when I was younger. But as a way going to games just was less appealing or that kind of thing, which is ironic because it was through fucking Celtic's better years. So the same, so that sort of thing, and now I lose the weight as I start to get shite again, so I'll probably end up back watching it. So I say like if I was to come down the other side, I'd be Celtic. I
think by the time this goes out, it might be the weekend of the Celtic Rangers game, but who do you think will...
Are you going?
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck Celtic are all you fucking beat.
I'll say this now, I still think Hearts. I think they'll. Hearts probably to win it, but I would say if the momentum was with anybody, I'd say it's probably the Rangers in terms of the amount of goals they score. And I'd say the momentum's definitely there, and I would think if it's going to go through to form, Hearts, their arse will collapse. When it comes to they've still got the bigger
this
games to
play.
I don't think Celtic, I think they're ball merchants. I just think they've got that thing, we've fucked it that many times, it doesn't matter if we fuck it again. On the back of the COVID season,
I know.
Is it a monumental fuck up of where that was? Probably no. So the bar's been set with Celtic in terms of making an asset and getting away with it.
My only thinking is it maybe just because I do support Celtic, but I'm like, how are they still in and about it now? That's what baffles me. Like, they should be out yet, but they're still there.
The only thing you can say is with that is like every time one of them made an asset, they all made an asset. It's been that sort of
that has been it,
and again,
but yeah, again, Rangers should probably take the way they
see if you're looking at the games at Hearts, you know, the Livy type of thing, it was the last one I remember they drew, but if you look at any of the other ones, Celtic Rangers didn't capitalise on Hearts, you know, making an asset type of thing, they kind of fell off. So but one of the ones it's kept going. But I don't know, I think Rangers come to Parkhead, if Rangers won, would it be a shock? Don't think so.
Oh, the links are not going to be there.
So I think the way it's sitting now, the only thing that will change is the Rangers and Hearts Celtic 100%. I think we're finishing third. And that's I think that's the ultimate boot in the boys. And if it's going to cause a clear out, that'll cause a clear out. I think if Celtic would have managed to sneak into second, then I can't have the lost to in second place type of thing. But I think it will suit Celtic for Hearts to win it. It gets them off the hook.
There's a bit
whereas if Rangers win it, then it's ultimately a lost to Rangers.
So I know we're probably wrapped up for a wee bit of time, and I don't know if this is something to talk about, but you've done a wee bit of this, talk to the spirits and stuff.
Aye, heebie-jeebies, man. Aye, that was another thing.
Man of many talents.
I don't want to call it fucking talents, man. Fucking really weird though. Aye.
You don't need to get into details, you don't need to, but
no, it was fucking, as a Wayne man, my man and I used to always say it like fucking possessed with the devil, and they were right, but I remember, I used to, I just thought it was dreams, but it wasn't dreams, quite clearly. And I remember one day, my mum and dad had both passed away, so my grandparents on my mum's side had passed away in the 60s, early 70s, I wasn't born in 79. And my wee grandpa Tony, my dad's dad, he was still alive, but obviously my granny had passed on that side. But I remember sitting in the kitchen one day and I says to my mum, and she went, you give headpiece. I just thought it's Catholic, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, you're going to see the ones that passed us through fucking God type of thing. So my mum's like, that's enough for out, you know. And then I remember says, this guy standing here now, and I described her dad to a T. And there were no photos, do you know what I mean? There wasn't if I'd seen photos of my granddad or anything like that. And I had, I thought I spoke to him in a dream. I met him outside Clybourne Town Hall, and he fucking, how do you know saying hello? And I'm like, I don't know you. And he's like, he says, I'm your granddad Forbes, and I described him right into the jacket, he was wearing the hat, wee pencil moustache, pure shiny shoes, all that sort of stuff. And so I described my mum just turned to me like that, I went, she's standing next to you just now. Fucking hell. She fucking nearly took the water. So I went telling her that, and then I remember she got a wee bit kind of curious, kind of like, well, such and such, and I would describe stuff to her. And then my sister, she started going to heebie-jeebie stuff, and she was sneaking about. The fucking most people on Clybourne were sneaking about fucking drinking and smoking. Me and my sister were going about fucking speaking to deed folk. So she was going to like spiritual churches and that sort of stuff, and then she came in, I think I was only about 16, and she went, you need to come with me next Sunday. And I went, how? She went, oh, Granda came through, blah blah blah, and what you've been telling Mum. He wants to speak to you about it. I'm like, aye, alright, pure bad, anyways. I mean, walked in, and I walked into the hall, it was Clybourne Town Hall, and I remember walking in, and it was just like, fuck, there are deed folk in here, I can see there are deed folk and the live folk. I'm like, nah, I'm not getting this shit, man, I'm out here. And this wee girl come up to me, Ellen, and to this day, Ellen McCann's played a huge part in my life. And she's like to me, how you doing, son? Sat me down, playing away, and it was her that got me involved. She took me into about like a development circle, if you like. And that's where we used to sit and put light out and sit and talk to deed folk and stuff like that, and make fucking trumpets float into a fucking mind bending. But it was amazing. I would never ever you know, kind of, I would say poke fun at it. But Ellen and Lady Mac were the two that brought me through in the development circle. I was in it for about 10 years, and I only came away from it because my mum was diagnosed with dementia. The business or that kind of thing, my weight was going up, and I thought, fucking something needs to give. Do you know what I mean? So, and I couldn't have had to tell my mum, like, listen, I can't watch you passing because I'm going to wait for you on that side. I'm getting to watch you go before you go type thing. So I kind of stepped back from that, and I never really get back into that. I still, Ellen, as I say, they put my chair out every Sunday in the development circle thing, and I'd be welcome back in it any time that I wanted to go.
That's good though.
It's one of the things you can't dip in and you go to it.
So,
is there any in here you've seen?
Fucking hurls, mate.
Is it?
They're everywhere.
That's what I've done.
And that's not a pure blasé type of thing, man, but started in house is good.
It's not even it. You end up, but see, people maybe go, can we don't talk, but I remember thinking that you've done it in front of us and like talking to people and you're like, no way.
People just, for different reasons, people get scared of it, quite understandably, but you don't need to worry about deed folk, you need to worry about the folk that's fucking alive. So I've never had one spirit's caused me any concern. Like, I sleepless nights, because they want to get a message to you. I woke up with people standing next to my bed. Do you know what I mean? So you wake up, and you know, but you just could, and you think, well, listen, it's not my time type of thing, fucking bolt. And the day they go back, but you get guides and spirit workers and stuff, that's a different thing altogether, and they look after things on that side. But it's good. Everybody's got the ability to speak to spirit. You just need to channel it and do it right way. But the worst thing is people say you sit down and clear your mind, because that's when you get the fucking dumping by a unicycle and that sort of stuff. So I fucking wasn't thinking about that till you say clear my mind. So, but it's good. But if you want to go, Shakespeare Street a Sunday night.
There we go. We'll need to turn up.
My last question to you is, what's one thing you wish you were good at, and the whole world can be anything?
Fucking radio. One thing, probably a football player.
Aye.
I'd love to be, saving the world peace and that, not interesting, that's not my problem. I'd love to be, I played football when I was younger, kind of the Clyde Bank is where the old S forms be whatever. But I'd love to have been a football player. I'd love to, that buzz, running out to fucking 80,000. Because I think sometimes you look at football players now and you think they got fuck.
Aye.
They don't care.
Aye. No.
You know what I mean? It's like they run out, and I know they say block out and that sort of stuff, but definitely not going to
fit. You getting else, Jordan?
I'm good. I'm all good. I think we've run out of a bit of time, but that's alright.
That's fucking everywhere I go, mate.
Well, thanks very much for your time, and I think you might possibly be the first guest we actually get back on, because that was a good conversation.
We could go for a part 2, couldn't we?
Part 2, man. Fucking 100%. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you. Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Do you want to see us out, Jordan?
See you later on.
Cheers, thank you.